and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. It's your girl, Maria Milagros here. And during the month of October, we have been talking about self-care and self-love. During the first week, I talked about the importance of making yourself a priority because it is not selfish when you do that. What happens, in fact, when you make yourself a priority, you take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Then you have this overflow of joy and love and peace and ease and energy to be able to give to all the people that you love and to give to all the work that you love to do. That way, you're not expecting those people to give to you what you can only truly give to yourself. There's a limited amount of resentment. I can't say it takes away all resentment, but it does greatly minimize. For me, it did eventually get rid of all resentment. I show up for my overflow. If I don't have overflow, I can't show up, right? I have to make myself a priority because otherwise it's just not healthy for anybody. Like, let's be real. Okay. Then the second week, I gave you actually 5 things that I do every single day to make sure that I'm taking care of myself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It's really important for me that I make sure that I have what I need so that I can be the best mom that I can be. I can be the best, speaker or coach or whatever it is that I'm doing it for work that day. I can be the best sister that I can be, right? And so on and so forth. Then the third week, we talked about the importance of making sure that, I thought I was going to sneeze. Then the third week, we talked about the importance of making sure that we understand where some of our stuff comes from in terms of our childhood and asking for help. It is self-love to ask for help, to recognize that you are but one human and you don't have to do it all the time, right? So sometimes when people reach out, we have a hard time asking for help because there's some pride involved, or maybe from our childhood, we were taught that we don't get to have needs and we don't get to ask for help because it's stressful. So then we say, oh, I can't ask them for help because I don't want to burden them. I don't want to, right? Which then limits us. We have to trust that the people in our lives, if they're also healthy and happy people, are going to say, no, I'm not available. And then we don't take it personal. Thank you. I will ask somebody else, right? Or I'm just going to surrender this and trust that it's going to work itself out. That's another option too. And then last week, we talked about the importance of making decisions and choosing to make a decision and go all in. My daughter has this saying where she says, my plan B is to fully focus on plan A. That way she's all in. There's no one foot out the door, right? And then what happens is when we do decide, this is my decision, it feels like peace, I feel good about it, I'm just going to go all in, we trust that everything is going to work out for us, and then it does. But we have to be willing to go all in. And the way that that becomes self-care and self-love is because by making that decision, just going all in, we limit the amount of worry and stress and anxiety. Did I make the right choice? Oh, what if I did? Nope, I made this choice. I'm going there. Done, right? So that's a really great thing. So today, this is all I want to say to you is this. Self-care is something that requires daily maintenance every single day, right? And when you miss it, self-love requires that you are kind to yourself and that you give yourself room in your spirit and in your calendar to carve out time for yourself. You are not a martyr unless you decide to make yourself a martyr. There are so many people who I say, you really need to take some time to take care of yourself. Oh, I can't because I got to do this and I got these kids and I got this and I got that. And what would I do? Do you think that the whole world will fall apart, really? If you don't show up for one day so you can take care of yourself? Do you really? Wow. We are special. Absolutely. We are the only one of us that ever has been, ever is, and ever will be. But the world will not fall apart without you, honey. That's all I'm saying. The world will not fall apart. What will actually happen is sometimes in not rescuing people, we teach them how to be resourceful and resilient. Right? And saying, no, today, sweetheart, you're going to make your own dinner. We teach our kids, either one, I need to step my game up as a parent, teach you how to cook something, or 2, you'll figure it out because you won't starve. That means you're brilliant and resourceful and resilient, and you're welcome. I gave you a gift, right? We have to get okay with carving out time and space and energy to take care of ourselves so that we can be better for everyone in our lives that we love and everything in our life that we love to do, right? Otherwise, you know what happens. You end up resenting those people. You end up having these expectations that they're supposed to give back. That's not love. If there's ever an expectation when you do something for someone else that they're going to have to give back or pay back later, that's not love. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, so I just want you to sit with that. Your job is to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. The only person who knows really, truly what you need is you. So handle your business. Stop making excuses. Stop making yourself out to be a martyr. It's not that serious, right? Take care of yourself so that when you show up in the spaces of your life, be it at the supermarket, be it at a family reunion, be it at a really important business meeting, you get to show up. But you can't do that if you're exhausted and burnt out. But the only person responsible to make sure that you don't end up exhausted and burnt out is you. That's it. Gotta let people off the hook. It's not their job. It's yours. That's what self-care and self-love is. It's about growing in your self-awareness, acknowledging and recognizing when you have a need, and then carving out the time to meet that need. Growing in your awareness about who you are, what you need, making sure that you know what you need when you need it, and then carving out the time, the money, the energy to make sure that you provide yourself with what you need. That right there, that's everything. That's everything. That's everything. Because then you're better. I tell you what, when I take care of myself and I'm in a good spot, I'm a better mother. I'm a better sister. I'm a better friend. I'm a better coach. I'm a better human. I'm a better human. And that's the goal, is that we take personal responsibility to become a better human so that just by our energy alone, we create a better planet for everyone. Right? Like, honestly, that's the goal, is to know what our gifts and our strengths are and to use those to make the world a better place. And then it's not like one, it's like a little circle. So it's to know what our gifts and skills are and use those to make the world a better place, take care of ourselves so that we have the energy and the strength to do the work, know what our gifts are, use them to make the world a better place, take the time to keep ourselves in a healthy place and a happy place so we can continue to, right? And it's a lovely little cycle, right? That's what I have for you today. So I just want to give you that little nugget. I'm just going to sit that there. You work it out, And if you have any questions, if you need a coach, hit me up. You can email me at supersparklyeverything. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from it, share it. I'm having my tea. This is my little self-care moment, okay? Share the video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, like, what are you waiting for? And in the comments below, if you have anything to share, if you have anything to say, like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It takes a village. It doesn't just take a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a human. The whole time you're here. True story. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Have a great rest of your weekend, start of next week. Super sparkly everything. Peace.